So I bring you almost everywhere. I bring you outside, in my backyard, my front yard, but I never really bring you into, well, this is my editing room. This is my office. And so I thought today, why not look at some photos that I've taken with the 70-200 RF f4 lens. It does impress me. This could impress you. These images are awesome. So I'm bringing these into Lightroom. I'm going to show you how I do edit these. Back in the day, we used to have to use Lightroom and Photoshop, but now it's like Lightroom only. You don't even need Photoshop anymore. I don't even know why it comes in the bundle. It's like useless. But before we go into Lightroom, I'm sure you're curious of what my setup right now is, because I always am. When I watch other YouTubers, I'm thinking, what camera are they using? What lens are they using? What microphone are they using in their video? This is the Canon R6 Mark II, which I love. You guys know that. If you've been following me for any length of time, I've been just loving this camera. The 14-35, and it is at 19 millimeters. You don't want it totally wide. You're going to see a mess in this place, but 19 millimeters at f4. Yeah, it's awesome. And I'm shooting it in C-Log. I'm not sure if that's going to make a huge difference. I just wanted some more leverage with white balance. And the Sennheiser 416, which is an amazing lens. Yeah, it's not a lens. Microphone. This thing is good. I already have a deep voice, but you know, it shows off my deep voice. So anyways, I would say let's just get into this, and I'm going to show you how you can just make an amazing portraiture photo with very little work. Honestly, I can do it, you can do it. So this photo here was from this past summer as well. We have music in the park, and I was just using the lens, trying it out, because I think I've only had it for a couple weeks at that point. And I was just seeing what I can get. And obviously this is a little underexposed. Plus she was under a tree, it's near dusk, and it is dark. It's still a really nice image for what it is. 200 millimeters, f4, 1/250th a second, ISO's 320. I could have upped the ISO and then blew out the background a little more. But let's do this. Let's, as a whole, kind of clean things up a little bit. We'll bring up highlights, even the shadows, we'll bring those up, and bring the blacks down a little bit. Texture, I don't really want to, I mean, look at that. Here, we'll do a reset. So this is the before, just that simple stuff, and the noise is pretty low for at night as well. And then there, I mean, just that little stuff there, it's still a good image. What I would do, let's crop a little bit here. There. So now it's clean. It just has her as the subject. And honestly, it's pretty good. So if we up the little vibrance there, I can do saturation. It's not bad at all. I mean, we can play with colors and yeah, I'm gonna reset that. I don't really wanna. Yeah, well, actually, it's not bad. Get a little moody color going on there. Yeah, it's a little colder, moody color, and not bad. I mean, here it is, reset the original, and that was just that edit, pretty good. And I don't even know if I did anything with the contrast. I could just a little bit. So not bad, and it is dark. Now, here's the thing. If we really want her to stand out, this is where we start making a mask. Let's start the mask out, and I would say let's do a mask specific just on her. And look, this is pretty amazing to me. It grabbed all of her except her hair back here, which is fine. It's already highlighted anyways. but it knew that this was a railing and her hands continued behind it. Her leg is behind it. The AI in these software nowadays is just incredible to me. So I say we create just one mask of her to start out with, and then we can start bringing in a little bit more exposure. So look at that, brighten her up a little bit. Just that, look at that, before, before, after. That makes a huge difference. Could bring the highlights down. And wow, I mean, just this alone is pretty good. We could even bring up saturation just on her. We could just pick her dress and make her dress more saturated or desaturated. And so I think as a whole, she's pretty good. Let's move on to her hair. So let's make another mask. Select people. And let's go to facial skin. And I don't think we need neck so much, and we don't need legs. Let's just do that. And we are going to bring up, see here what the highlights look like. Okay, highlights. And what I like to do here, let's get over into this setting. Let's zoom in. So that's 200%. Go back to the mask. It's very subtle. So you can see it's very subtle. That mask, so pretty subtle right there. And we could probably soften it a little bit in the face. And so clarity really doesn't do it. It is texture. So if you grab the texture and you bring it back a little bit, oh, you know what? I don't think I'm on that mask. Okay, now we are. So texture, see if I go all the way there, look at that. I just made perfect skin. And we could do the neck too, but let's just do the face, and we don't want it to be too ridiculous. So let's just bring it down a little bit, and that cleans it up. So before, after, just softens the face a little more. Then let's make another mask, and we're gonna go for the eyes. And this is fun. I really like working on eyes like this. So again, we'll hit subject, select people. There she is. And we are gonna go with, now you can do just the whites of her eyes, and then we can go separate with the iris. Let's do that actually. Let's just create two different masks with it. So we're gonna do this one, and let's bring the highlights up. So a little more white. And then let's create another mask. It is going to be specifically for her irises. So select people and iris and pupil. And let's bring up the shadows there. So and she has green eyes. I don't know if you knew that, but I have green eyes too. She takes after me with the eyes. Yeah, and we can even get some more saturation in those. It's all right. Oh, I can give her blue eyes. Look at that. Bring down the white balance, and you got blue eyes. See, it can be anything you want in Photoshop, but this isn't Photoshop, it's Lightroom. It's just amazing what you can do with these masks. And I think that's all I really need. So let's zoom out of this. And yeah, I mean, this thing it is sharp. And there is some noise, and I actually like the natural look of the noise. But if you didn't like it and you're using an RF lens like I am with a RF body, they coordinate very well in Lightroom. And all you have to do is this icon will allow you to hit it. It'll create a new DNG. And watch this. Here, we'll hit denoise. And it does AI trying to figure out where all that noise is, and then you can just hit enhance. It's going to create a DNG copy of it. So now it cleaned up all the noise, and there she is. Check it out before and after. So pretty easy, and that's me explaining it to you. I have to talk and edit at the same time. I'm slow. I'm a dude. We're just slow at these things. But that looks pretty good to me. This would be a great image. I'm going to probably now get this exported and share it with my wife and say how awesome I am as a dad for creating this image. Now, I do want to show you the comparison of the noise and the denoise. So here's the denoise one, that final one I did, and it looks good. I mean, and you're looking at it from far away. This is a 24 megapixel. You can zoom in pretty good. And this is on a 4K resolution monitor. So obviously you're going to see it at its best. And honestly, in YouTube world, it's not going to look as awesome as it is looking from my view, but not bad. Now, if you click on the original without the denoise, I actually prefer the noise. I think there's more detail and grit that you are missing with the denoising. We could blur out the background some more too. So if we were to do select background, that's pretty good. It's selecting all of this, but it looks like it might be selecting part of this pole too. It doesn't know the difference. But let's do this. Just subtly, let's go to texture and decrease. Now, I am losing some of her hair too. That's in focus, if you can see. But it's not bad. And then clarity. Now it's almost like a portraiture. So that's pretty good. So not bad. And you got that nice blurred out background. So again, let's just look at it. The original photo at dusk in low light. And then here it is, the comparison. This changes everything when it comes to photo editing. It really makes it that you and I and pretty much anybody who's willing to take the time and learn can do this. It really doesn't take a whole lot. It does take your imagination because you can just start doing anything you want. And I also want to reiterate that you do not need a 2.8 to do portraitures. And actually, I would not recommend shooting at 2.8 for most portraitures unless you're really looking for that dreamy look. But f4, especially with a 70 to 200, allows you to get that. And as you can see, this is a great photo. It's not that my daughter stopped and posed for me. They were running around like crazy. That's why I was just trying to get these shots, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to get so blurry this late at night. But it shoots well at dusk and at night. You just have to know how to work the ISO, and it's all good. If you like content like this, where I'm showing you how I do my editing or video editing, feel free to like, comment below, and kind of encourage me to do more of these. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, but before you go, there's, the videos over there too that you should watch. They're pretty good. You'll love it, especially if you're new here.